You know how we talk about when they say circumcised, I take it as, cutting off the ego or smashing the ego or seeing behind the veil, right? It's like the idea of seeing truth. It's the idea of being given clarity where there wasn't clarity previously, or it's like smashing a belief, right? Like, and that's just something that you have regurgitated for so long that you really believe that that's the truth. So you could be lying to yourself, telling yourself something forever, but you believe it to be true. It's the idea of like, I can tell you all day long that I love you, but if you don't believe that, like if you don't love yourself because you told yourself you're unlovable for your whole life, if I tell you I love you, you won't believe me. You'll think I'm a liar because you know that you're unlovable, because you truly believe that at your core. So if you tell yourself and you believe to your core that you are unlovable, and I say I love you, you look at me as the liar, but you're the one who's the liar. Does that make sense? And so when somebody wakes you up to that truth, it's that smashing of that ego, that identity, that belief, right? It gets smashed. And you're like, holy shit, I have been doing that. I have been doing that. I've been doing that. I've been regurgitating that. Oh my God, I have, right? Like it's such a like, holy shit moment, right? It's that mind-blowing moment when you wake up to these simple truths, but they just were simple facts of, like the lie was the simple fact previously. It was just a simple fact to you that you were unlovable. It was factual. It was what it was. You had accepted it. You had swallowed it. You had known it. You had regurgitated it. It's what it was. And so when that gets cut, when that gets circumcised, when that gets smashed, you're like, holy hell, right? And so they had taken me to this passage where it said something about, it was this guy, his mother was a Christian Jewish and the father was Greek. And then it said something like, they were, I think it was like one of the apostles or something it's like one of Jesus's buddies was bringing the kid along because he was like a good kid to go hang out with them. But they wanted to, give him truth first. Like, dude, you got to see clearly if you're going to come hang out. And it was something like, it was like, oh God, I forget how they said it. It was something like, but it was against, like, but they knew it was against, I think they said the Jews of the area didn't like it. They didn't want, because people utilize people who are lying to themselves. They're usable, right? Like you can puppet them easily. Like that's our puppet. Don't take away our puppet, right? So if you can see clearly, you can't be puppeted the same way you could before. And so, and then they said, and it was something about the father. It was something about, oh God, it's like, I'm just trying to spit out. It was like, but they knew that his father was Greek, and so that's like not permitted. It's not permitted. And so however it was said, it made me laugh because I found it to be true. Like you've heard me joke many a times about God must be an Italian, right? And that idea of Italians, Greeks, all that, they're very loving and mothering and babying of their children. They're very overprotective of their children, but then that can lead to blowing smoke up their ass, right? That's the idea of the 3 rules. If you listen to a few previously, like it's the idea of lying to them, right? It's like you don't want to, it's the idea of balance and everything, right? And so it's like you don't want to discourage, but you don't want to over encourage. You just want to tell them the truth. You're wonderful. You're smart. You're capable. You're able. But you don't want to sit there and be like, oh my God, you are so amazing. You're so wonderful, which is normally what in my experience, because I come from, that's what Italians do. We love you so much. We over love you. We over protect you. And it's done from the heart. It is done from the purest intention, right? But it's then idolizing and it's giving that false bravado. It's giving that false, it's like pumping up their ego and not their heart. It's not truth. It's not clarity. And so then the thing that they think is good, it's they think that's love. It's a misunderstanding, is the thing that is going to harm them in the real world. So it was saying in this passage that they had to show him truth before he could come hang out. Like, you can't come hang out with us. You can't go travel with us. You can't go do all this stuff if you can't see clearly. If you're still walking around with that ego and we don't circumcise it, if we don't smash it, if we don't let you see clearly, it's going to fucking hurt when it gets smashed out in the real world. Because in the real world, that shit isn't going to last. And so I just think it's good to hear these different understandings and how others read and hear and take these words, because I think there's so many people out there still who take these words literally in the sense that they end up doing harm, right? Like actual physical damage. And it's like, what are you doing? Well, that's what it says in the Bible. No, it doesn't. No, it does. And it's like, shit, you read that from a low vibration. Shit, you really read that from a low vibration. Like, even when they talk about like the killing and stuff, it's like the death of the ego. It's the outsmarting with truth, because truth always wins. Love always wins. Clarity always wins. Unconditional love always wins. And yet people are like, no, it says to kill them. And it's like, not physically harm. Where are you? What level are you on? Right? And it's like, but you can see, I mean, I can see how they get tripped up easily when they're simpletons. Like when you're reading it flat, when you're just reading it flat, it is, and I have definitely, I've told you they've taken me at different vibrations to read the same, like they'll take me to the same spot and have me read it at different vibrations. And it's like every time I have a different understanding. And I think that was more to teach me this, because it's like, how do people hear it that way? And it's like, well, this is how they hear it that way, just like you hear it that different way every time you read it at a different vibration. So, and it's also the understanding of the whole, right? So of the whole, if people are forever seeking outside themselves and not seeking within themselves, they're also going to have an entirely different lens on all the different vibrations than somebody who seeks inside themselves and hears things outside themselves on all the different vibrations. So it's like there's more lenses than just even the different vibrations. Like it's all this stuff wrapped in one, and it's having an understanding of these differences that can allow you to, it's like cut through more clearly, in that you understand to stay in your own alignment. And when you're not, that's okay too, but then you recognize what has occurred when, and where you heard it from, and why you're getting it back the way you are, because what goes around comes around. So like when you operate from a lower intention and something happens from a lower intention for you, you can see why. It's all just to teach us. It's all just to see how teachable are you. Are you learning? Or are you just taking the hits and going through? Unhappy though, because you're not learning. Oh, I could go on for days. Let's not. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.